Hi, I'm Myron Genick from LongPoint ETFs, and I'm going to take a deeper dive into the seasonality of nat gas contango and how to use this information to trade nat gas ETFs. This graph shows the average contango or backwardation for the last 8 years, both in dollars and in percent. I chose the last 8 years because the US started ramping up LNG exports around 2017, and the seasonality entered a new paradigm, which has been pretty stable ever since. Looking at January and December, nat gas tends to be in pretty deep backwardation. At times like this, a levered long ETF like NGUP can get an additional boost when rolling from the more expensive front month into the cheaper back month. In January, this roll yield can be between 5 to 10%, which for a 2x levered product, that's an additional 10 to 20% per month just from the futures roll. Conversely, the spring and fall tend to be periods of contango, which is beneficial for levered bear ETFs like NGDN. Again, gas can experience a roll cost of 5 to 10%, which for a negative 2x product, that's an additional 10 to 20% per month. Now, the effects of contango or backwardation are only really experienced when holding a period for a prolonged period of time, multiple days. And levered ETFs, by their nature, aren't really meant for being held for longer than a day. But everything else being equal, if you're gonna hold a levered ETF for more than a day in the spring or fall, a levered short ETF like NGDN should do better than a levered long ETF like NGUP. Again, everything else being equal. Now, we're in late July, and contango may start creeping up, as you can see. Keep this in mind when entering into new positions. You can trade NGUP and NGDN to take short-term, high-conviction positions on the level and the curve of natural gas futures contracts. Please like and subscribe and visit LongPoint ETFs for more information and to register for updates.